Senior Moments, sponsored by the Empowering Seniors Group on News Talk KVNU, 102 FM and 610 AM.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Senior Moment Show. My name is Bryce Patton, here with my fabulous co-host, Sid Roeder. How are you today, Sid?
I am also doing fabulous, as I am.
That's excellent. Well, I'm excited. We have a wonderful guest with us today. But before we dive into that, would you mind telling us about our sponsor?
Not at all. I love speaking about our sponsor, which is the Empowering Seniors Group, a group of professionals that have dedicated their time and effort to provide information to seniors, their family members, caretakers, and all those great people that listen to us every Saturday. If you'd like to learn more about the Empowering Seniors Group, you can do so online at empoweringseniors.info, or you can email us at empoweringseniorscv@gmail.com, and the CV stands for Cache Valley. And lastly, if you'd like to call me personally with suggestions for this show, you can do so at 435-512-6406.
No, thank you for doing that. All right, let's dive into our guest. We have Michelle Harmon, who is the administrator, head honcho, and toilet cleaner? Oh, boss lady.
Yeah. Whatever needs to be done.
Over at the Worx, formerly Worx, over by Sunshine Terrace.
Correct.
Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, we haven't had you on in a while. Would you mind just telling our listeners a little bit about you and what you guys do over at the Worx?
Wow. We do, well, the Worx kind of covers it. We will do just about anything to help our clients. So there's no age group that we don't try to help. Typically, people who need therapy are in their 50s. So that's basically the bulk of what we get. But we have young kids, we have old kids, and we just try to do what that client needs individually.
That sounds great. So let's maybe dive into one thing at the time here. And I know that women's health is important. Do you want to talk a little bit on what you offer there?
Absolutely. We have a we have a couple of therapists there that are quite passionate about pelvic health. And both of these gals are young, having babies, and so they know what they're talking about with postpartum. So they are actually putting together some workshops that we're going to be offering here come fall on how to help yourself and recognize those things and getting through some of those issues with postpartum. But it can cover anything, incontinence, urinary urgencies. It can be constipation, lower back pain, prenatal stuff. So there's so much that it can cover that people don't even think about, and it's not... It isn't talked about a lot, so we're trying to make that available to people.
So do you find that in aging women that there is still progress in making that situation better if there is incontinence?
Absolutely. We deal with people all the time that are like, wow, I can go on hikes again because I don't have, we'll have to worry about maybe some leaking. There's so much that can be done, and just because you're aging does not mean you still don't have a pelvic floor. It's still there, and there's things you can do to keep things in shape.
So what kind of things should someone look for? I mean, I'm a guy, so I don't know if this goes for guys at all, but so what kind of things should the ladies look for if it's like, hey, maybe I could fix this?
Right. If it's not normal. I mean, I used to be able to do some of this stuff, and now I can't. Well, there's no reason. It's like, one of the big ones is, I don't jump on a trampoline anymore. Well, there's no reason you can't. There's things that we can do to help with that. That's a pretty common topic when they talk about that. And men have pelvic floors as well, and we have addressed that with gentlemen as well.
Okay. So what kind of things should a guy look for? Similar thing?
Yeah.
I shouldn't jump on a trampoline?
I mean, if they're having trouble with leaking, things like that, it's embarrassing to people. So if there's things that we can do to put that into place to help you, absolutely. Just exercises that they can do for you.
So what's the typical process to get there? Do you need like a doctor's prescription, or can somebody just decide to come and work with you? How does that work?
Both ways. Usually what determines that is the insurance. If somebody wants to just do private pay, come on down. We don't need a doctor's referral, but depending on the insurance, some of the insurance companies do require a referral from a physician. We can call the doctor's office and get that for you. But yeah, and even if you want just a consultation, come down for a few minutes and we can walk through, what that would look like for you individually.
Oh, interesting. So does the consultation cost anything? Or
Nope. We do it for free. It's just going to be, 5-10 minutes because they are expensive.
Yeah.
But, if you don't know if it's going to help you, at least if you had some questions and be able to have those answered, you can go, oh, yeah, that's definitely something that would apply to me.
Perfect. Before the radio show, we had a little conversation and we talked about occupational therapy, and maybe this is a good way to segue into that. And how do you feel people know about occupational therapy, or is that term misleading and people think the wrong thing?
Yes. I think what we run into is people like, I'm not looking to change my occupation, and it really does not have anything to do with that. It's about your activities of daily living, what you maybe have lost some ability to do just in your routine. Occupational therapy helps you gain that or gives you avenues that you can gain it back or find other ways to do it. So occupational therapy is very misunderstood, and it's such a broad field because we're all different. And, you and I don't have the same daily routine, and so I have lost something. For you it might be a different routine. So to be able to come down and say, hey, I can't do this anymore. And generally occupational therapists look at upper body stuff, a lot of hand things, shoulders, cognitive. There's so much that occupational therapy gets into. So yes, it's very misunderstood, I think, and it varies so greatly with what it can help with.
So I've always thought of it as, your hands and the little things that you do with your hands. So, but what kind of things with the cognitive does occupational therapy help with?
A lot of times we will get a caregiver that'll come in and say, my partner here is dealing with some cognitive decline. What are some ways that I can keep them safe? So there's some things that we can put into place that can help. A stop sign picture on the door that will, depending on where they are in their process, will help them not go out that door if they're starting to wander. There's so many things that we can help with, and tests that we can determine where they are on that scale.
Just before we head into our first break, what are some of the typical things that you deal with there? What's the most common issue with occupational therapy?
In occupational therapy? Right now it's shoulders and hands probably. Arthritis sets in and people can't grip things anymore, or, just, again, that daily routine. But, again, we do a ton with cognition. And it's normally not the actual person who's needing it. It's the husband or wife. There's like, help. Give me some avenues that we can keep them safe.
Thank you, Michelle. We are at our first break. This is the Senior Moments Show. We are going to take a short break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
This is Scott Howder with White Pine Funeral Services. For generations, family has meant everything here in Cache Valley, and when families need compassion most, they turn to White Pine Funeral Services. Whether you're planning ahead to ease the burden on loved ones or honoring a life with dignity and care, White Pine Funeral Services is here to guide you every step of the way. Thank you, Cache Valley, for allowing White Pine to serve this incredible community with compassion, respect, and heartfelt care. Learn more about pre-planning and available services today at whitepinefunerals.com or visit us at 753 South, 100 East in Logan.
White Pine Funeral Services, here when you need us most.
Need a helping hand? The Bear River Association of Governments, also known as BRAG, is here for you.
They assist seniors with in-home services, provide utility bill relief through the HEAT program, and offer rental assistance to keep you housed.
Need help with tax prep? Their experts ensure you get the refund you deserve. And for veterans, they're here to connect you with the benefits you've earned.
BRAG is your local resource for a stronger today and a more secure future. Call today or visit brag.utah.gov.
Picture this. Your family's locked in court, fighting over your home and your assets because there was no plan. Don't let probate decide your future. I'm attorney Justin Wall with Wall Estate Solutions. Stay in control with wills, trusts, and smart planning that keeps your family out of court and your wishes protected. Get peace of mind today. Visit wallestate.law or call 435-294-0346. That's 435-294-0346. Your legacy, your plan.
This is Oliver with Cache Valley Pharmacy. We're working with Cache Valley's own Focus Pharmacology and CacheMedical.org to help you lose weight the right way with supplements that support your weight loss journey and easy telehealth appointments from the comfort of your own home. When you think weight loss, think Cache Valley Pharmacy, your partner for a healthier, more confident you. Visit us at CacheValleyPharmacy.com or go to CacheMedical.org to start your weight loss journey today.
Did you know 1 in 3 people will visit a nursing home? Did you know that once there, they will stay there for an average of 3 years? Did you also know there are insurance options that can help cover this experience? Hi, I'm Tracy Ferris with Blue Water Health Insurance. It's not cheap to stay in a full-fledged nursing home. Long-term care insurance can help you or a loved one get the care they need and deserve. If you wait until you need it, you may be too late. Give me a call at 435-890-8155.
And welcome back to the Senior Moment Show. My name is Bryce Patton, here with Sid Roder, my co-host. And we've been talking with Michelle Harmon, the administrator over at the Worx. Michelle, you were telling us, I didn't even know anything about the whole pelvic stuff earlier. So if anyone is curious about that or just is needing any type of occupational or physical therapy and they want to get a hold of you maybe for a consultation, what's a good phone number or a good way to contact you?
That would be good information. So the number over at the Worx is 435-716-8535, and that'll get the front desk, and they will get your information or see what you're dealing with, and we'll send you down the right road.
Oh, that's perfect. All right, during the break, we were talking about some good music, and one of mine is the Eye of the Tiger from Rocky, and you were telling us that you guys actually implement some boxing style classes over there at the Worx.
Absolutely.
Can you tell us about those?
Absolutely, would love to. We have a program over there called Rock Steady Boxing Logan. We're an affiliate with Rock Steady Boxing, and that is specifically designed for people with Parkinson's. And it is amazing. Northern Utah has a high percentage of people with Parkinson's. Generally, it affects men, but we have a lot of women there as well. And don't panic. The Rock Steady Boxing is not contact. They don't go over there and beat each other up. They do have gloves on, but we have so many bags, but it's a non-contact, and it really is, it is the best exercise that you can do. Actually, that's the best pill you can do is exercise for anything that you're dealing with. So Rock Steady Boxing is amazing. In conjunction with that, we have a program that's called LSVT. It's a gentleman's name, Lee Silverman, voice training. But we do the big part of that, which is the person comes in with Parkinson's, and we work with them 4 times a week for 4 weeks. So it's one-on-one training, and we work on big movements. You'd feel kind of silly because you're swinging your arms, but if you notice someone with Parkinson's, they tend to make little movements, and they shuffle their feet, and they're not talking as loud. So as we do this big training, it helps reprogram that mind and to go, oh, okay, I'm supposed to take big steps, and I'm supposed to swing my arms for my balance. So we work on that so that it reprograms the brain and helps them remember that they need to do this. And then after that 4-week period, we take them downstairs. Our boxing ring's in the basement, and it's amazing. We have music down there, and we have a gal that's a coach with the Rock Steady Boxing program. Cassie does such a fabulous job, and they work hard. We can hear them upstairs. We love it. They have all these cheers, and it is just an amazing program.
When we talked before in the break there, I think there's a cute little story about one of your patients and what music sometimes does to motivate people.
Yes, we've got a gentleman that comes in a motorized wheelchair, so don't let anything like that stop you. We'll get you down there. We've got things that we can do. And there's days he can't walk. We get him up for therapy, and they have to have a gait belt on and all this, and there's days that he really struggles. But we can turn music on, and it's got a certain cadence, and that guy is walking. He's on the beat. It's amazing what music does to help a person move. So they have music going on down there all the time.
Well, that's fantastic. So once someone goes from that first kind of intense 4 days a week for 4 weeks, thing and they move over to the boxing, what does that look like? Can they go every week? Do they go for a session? What kind of does that look like?
It is 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we have 4 different classes that we run on those days. And generally, depending on where you are with the disease process, is what group that they'll put you in, so that you're with people that were in a like class. But man, you're hitting speed bags. There's big old heavy 125-pound bags hanging from the ceiling. And they work on core strength. They work on falling. We teach you how to fall because Parkinson's people fall. So we want you to be safe, and there's a correct way to fall to protect yourself. Tuck and roll, baby. But all these things that we do, well, I'll go back to COVID. It's such a lovely time. But when that came around, everybody stopped, right? Everything shut down, and we stopped the Rocksteady Boxing program. And we stopped it for 2 months. But when we started, I mean, people were just begging, please, we need to get out of the house. We got to do something. So when we started up again, in that 2 months, the decline in our clients was unbelievable. And our clients will say, I can tell when I miss a day. So it's helping them. It's never going to reverse Parkinson's, but it slows it down, and it helps them keep doing what they want to do. I mean, we've got a guy that is tremendous, and he's running marathons, ultra marathons up in the mountains, and he's just an animal. He really is. But part of that boxing is keeping him in shape and challenging them to do what they can do, even from a wheelchair. But you're still capable of doing things. So that program is just phenomenal.
I'm a little curious. Are those classes also open for people that don't have Parkinson's, or are maybe just as a preventative measure interested in doing this?
Actually, it's specifically for Parkinson's, the Rocksteady Boxing. You have to have a diagnosis of Parkinson's disease. But you're absolutely right. That kind of a program, we had offered it, but we didn't have a lot of people interested. But again, that exercise and all that they're doing is phenomenal, and it helps anyone, absolutely.
Oh, that's great. So with it being specific to Parkinson's, is this something that the insurance will take care of? Or is this something on the side?
It would be nice if they would. That would make sense, but no.
There's so many of those out there that you're like, oh, if insurance would do a little bit of preventative, it'd be great.
But the LSV program does.
Oh,
the
excellent.
LSVT, we can run that through people's insurance, but the Rocksteady Boxing program is not covered by insurance.
Oh, that's fantastic. At least part of it is.
Yes.
That's great to hear. Wonderful.
Yeah, we are already coming up on our next break here. So maybe before we lead out, are there any other fun stories, Michelle, that you can think of that you'd like to share?
Oh, there are so many. It is so fun. I think that's the best part of my job, is looking at these people and knowing that we actually made a difference and that they are doing more. People that have come in, we've had gentlemen come in that came in a wheelchair because he had infections in his hips, and they took the joints out. Anyway, all that went through, and they told him he'd never walk again. Yeah, when we got done, he was walking. He walked out of there, and not with canes. He was walking. So to be able to help people in any walk of life is just tremendous.
That's wonderful. Michelle, and we have just enough time for the phone number one more time.
You bet. It is 435-716-8535.
Thank you. This is the Senior Moments Show. We are sponsored by the Empowering Seniors Group. If you'd like to learn more about the Empowering Seniors, you can do so online at empoweringseniors.info, or you can email us at empoweringseniorscv@gmail.com, and the CV stands for Cache Valley. We're going to take a short break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Getting around your home should be easy and safe. At RT Med Mobile, they provide wheelchairs, stair lifts, ramps, and electric lift chairs to help seniors maintain independence and comfort. Their friendly team offers free in-home consultations to find the perfect solution for you or your loved one. Locally owned and here to help, call 435-260-6171 today. RT Med Mobile, because your mobility matters.
You have a lot of options when it comes to buying or selling a home. Do you list it online, sell it yourself, or do you have a realtor help? It's a major financial and emotional decision. A realtor is the liaison between buyers and sellers and really helps you navigate complex contracts, deadlines, and disclosures.
Hi, this is Sid Roeder with Achievement Realty. I work for you to get the best outcome for your situation. Let me earn your trust with a free consultation and a free market analysis. Call me today at 512-6406. Then list it, sell it, and move on.
Hi, this is Bruce with Comfort Care. One of the ways we help loved ones stay in their home is by assisting with daily tasks. These may include bathing, meal preparation, medication reminders, and housekeeping. We even help with shopping, transportation, and errands. Most of all, we offer a trusted level of care. Let us help you live your best life possible with Comfort Care. This is Bruce, and you can call me at 754-7676. Comfort Care, 754-7676.
Are you tired of feeling unwell and not knowing why? At Next Level Health and Wellness, we hear you. We specialize in uncovering the root causes of your discomfort, whether it's gut health, hormone imbalances, or emotional and mental blocks. With personalized plans, advanced lab testing, and evidence-based holistic nutrition practices, we guide you toward lasting health and wholeness. Awaken your healing potential with a team that listens, understands, and supports you wherever you are. Visit nextlevelhw.com to start your journey to feeling better today.
It's tough knowing how to care for an aging parent. Mom has always been there for me, but now I need to be there for her. When we found out she needed surgery, I wondered how I could attend to her needs and still be mom to my kids. I was so relieved to learn about transitional rehab at Maple Springs in North Logan. From the nurses to the physical therapists, it was like their whole staff was focused on helping Mom get better. Maple Springs in North Logan was an answer to my prayers.
Learn more at maplespringsnorthlogan.com or call 753-9400.
And welcome back to the Senior Moment Show. My name is Bryce Patton here with the fabulous Sid Roeder, my co-host, and we've been talking with Michelle Harmon, the administrator over at the Worx. And it was formerly Worx.
Correct.
And I always thought, you're just a big pool place. But that's kind of where you guys got started. You want to kind of tell us about how that started and then maybe tell us about your pool program?
Absolutely. Actually, we went with Worx because it started with an A, and that's up in the alphabet, so it showed up first.
Genius. I had no idea. I always thought it was the other way around.
But yeah, we ended up with that pool, a therapy pool. It's generally kept at about 93, 94 degrees. And the whole thing is on a lift. So people that are in wheelchairs, it doesn't matter. We can get you in the pool because we have that ability. You don't have to get into a sling, all that. We can run the wheelchair right onto it because that lift comes up. We drive it on, help you get on. The therapist will get in the pool with you. It's a tremendous tool. We do a lot with it. Actually, we've had some of the churches around that would have called to see if we would do baptisms. And I'm sure, why not? Because it's a way that people can actually walk that can get in the water. So that was kind of unique. But we have had so many cool experiences with the pool. I've got a little story, if you don't mind, about a lady that actually had a stroke. And she was in long-term, she'd been to some intense rehab, came to the skilled nursing facility, and then came over to us afterwards. And I walked in the gym into the pool room the one day, and her back was to me. And as I came around, I said, "How are you doing? How was that experience?" And her body was just shaking. And at this point, she really couldn't talk, but she was just shaking. And I looked at her, and the tears are running down her face. And I said, "I take it those are good tears." And she nods her head. We take it for granted. We stand up. We're able to do what we want. She's not been able to stand up because of this stroke. And in the pool, we were able to get her, vertical. And it was just that simple. She was so appreciative to be in a standing position and to be moving. The therapist would help her move her legs. It just, wow, that was a moment that just rocked my world because I knew it mattered to her that much. And it I don't know, those are the moments that doing what we do to help our community, that's where the paycheck is.
Oh, that's wonderful, Michelle. So just to maybe get the visual out there for our listeners, so the the pool has a floor that lifts up. Am I understanding that correctly?
Yes.
So then there is a ramp that gets people in there safely, or how does that work? Or do you also have a lift that kind of lowers them in?
Nope, it's like a scissor lift that sits in this big hole that runs clear to the basement. So you hit a button and that scissor lift expands and it raises the floor completely up so it's level. We can raise that so you can't even see the water, and then we run the wheelchair, or that person walks in there and there's bars that they can hold on to. We can make them parallel bars or a bar in front of them, whatever we need to do to assist them. Like I said, the therapist can go in there with them if they're not stable enough. So we can still do those exercises, and then you hit another button and it lowers them down to whatever level they need. If you can imagine that once that water hits belly button level, you've lost half of your weight. So you think of that, it makes it easier to move when you've got compromised joints. If we put it up to chest level, you've lost 75-80% of your weight, so it makes it easier. You can swim in there. We can turn the jets on to where you can actually swim. So it is a phenomenal tool that really can help people. And we've had people that don't swim that get a little nervous, but the therapist can get in there with you, so it really provides another.
Now, are those individual classes, or do you do group classes, exercise classes at the same time?
Not big enough that we can do that. That would be nice. People have called for that, but yeah, it's one-on-one therapy. That's all we do, is one person in there at a time.
Oh, that's excellent. And how long does one of those sessions usually last?
Generally, it gauges on the person. There's sometimes that they can't. Half hour is probably the average, I would say, but sometimes it's an hour. It just depends on what that individual needs, but they range from half hour to an hour.
So I'm a little curious, because it's individual classes at the pool. Are there any wait lists, or do you have enough space for new patients?
It's pretty booked, but yeah, we'll make room. We always find a way to make things work. You're not a fish or a duck, so we like to get you back onto land. So, they try and rotate that and then say, okay, let's do some land exercises so we can get you back into the routines you do at home. It is easier to perform that therapy in the water, but again, you've lost that weight and it makes it easier. There's less, the water provides resistance, but we need to get you back onto the land. So it varies. You won't be constantly pool. We usually see you and mix it up a little bit. So yeah, we have openings for that.
Okay. We only have a little less than a minute left. Is there any other success story that comes to your mind, Michelle?
The one thing I would share is our board there at Sunshine Terrace to say, why would we come to the Worx? What makes you guys any different than any other physical therapy place? And I would say to them, we have it. I can't even tell you what it is. It's a feeling. It's safety. It's spending time. And that's what I get mostly from people that walk in there. It's like, wow, this feels different. And I can't explain that to you, but if you want to come down, you'll feel it. You walk in the doors, and it's very welcoming. The people are genuinely care that you're there, and we'll take good care of you.
Thank you, Michelle. Thanks for coming in and sharing that. We can sure tell that you care. This is the Senior Moment Show. We are at the end of our show, so for our listeners, we hope you tune in again next week.